Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. We're going to take a look at both charts today, and after Bitcoin's attempted breakout yesterday, not too much happened, but I want to give you a bit of, hopium in today's video. Really want to show you a comparison to another chart, not crypto related, that did something very similar to Bitcoin. I did that before, but we want to take a closer look at it, and seems a bit like at the moment the metaverse cryptos are doing really well here. For example, at $4, really good, because a lot of my buy orders did trigger in the last couple of weeks, so I'm really pleased, and that just helps with the FOMO, right? Because otherwise, if people didn't go in, they will now think about, oh, is it too late? And to be fair, it always depends on the time horizon, doesn't it? If you are interested in going in long term, it probably isn't too late, but that's all up to you. So, and Arweave, particularly happy about that. Arweave is one that I talked about in the member live streams a few weeks ago as being related to Web 3.0, which could be the next big thing in the crypto market. All right, let's start with Bitcoin first. Look a little bit here in the detail. And we had Bitcoin yesterday attempt this breakout here, I think. There you go. You can see we actually touched the here the resistance area, and I think we even moved up a little bit higher. So after I did that video yesterday where we came up to 38.7, seems like we pushed a little bit higher to nearly 38.8, that next resistance level that I mentioned before. In the previous videos, 38.8, that is here the Fibonacci level, which is the retracement level of that wave 3 to the wave 4, which is the minimum a wave 4 needs to do. And it seems like it's pushing, but it couldn't really get through. And overall, so far, all we've done here is a lower high. That's not a good sign for pushing higher, to be honest. It could show some of the, or it does show some of the weakness at the moment. To be fair, it's not been a very exciting day yesterday. Yes, I mean, in line with expectations, we've moved higher here, but we can see how the volume is just decreasing. You can see that here on the 4-hour chart, the volume is going down, and there you go. And we can see how the price is just having difficulties to push higher, right? So it's really looking on a small scale. And if I go to the 1-hour chart, I'm pretty sure we could see here something like probably an ascending wedge, which again would probably more likely than not break to the downside. But as always, you know, these patterns, they can generate fake outs as well, but that is certainly what we see. And the most important message here is that the price again is squeezed into an apex, which just shows why the volume is so low. That's typically what happens in a triangle, and we're approaching key resistance here. So you see that red line that I had before on the chart here at 38.4. That is the previous high here from the 26th of January. And then we've got this target area here on the chart. And just need to see what's going to happen here. As I said, I think the wave 3 is in, that's completed. The wave 4, is that complete yet? Hard to say, very hard to say, because as I said in the previous video as well, what this could be, but I don't think it is. What this could be a wave 1, 2, and you get your wave 3, 4, and 5 to the downside to complete the final sell-off. But don't think we see that yet. For this, we would need to see a reaction to, again, key Fibonacci levels from the other way around. So let's just do that. And here, well, we have pushed all the way up to the 0.887 Fib level here, 38.6. So a very strong reaction. The price is currently below 38.2, the 0.786 Fib level. I mean, that scenario really only gets invalidated as soon as we break above here the wave 4 previous high at around 38.95K. Okay, so it's remaining interesting. We're now getting very close here to a decision or tipping point, because the thing is, Bitcoin cannot move down much more, without breaking out of this channel, which would then increase the likelihood to drop lower, possibly all the way down to one of these significant lows, probably 35.5. or the only thing it can do is drop down to there, and if you lose that, it drops down to 33. If it pushes here through 38.8 and there isn't much more space left, then I think you're gonna see a significant price increase, probably to these previous lows here from the beginning of January in the first instance at around 40.8k, before we then push all the way up to 43. But what I really wanted to show you here in this video is as well, if we go to the daily chart and just look at this pattern, okay? Look at this pattern. And then what I did show you before here was the S&P 500 super cycle image. So if we go to that, you can actually see that here. This has happened over years, right? But it is the very same pattern, isn't it? I did show you that many times before. Very similar to the current Bitcoin pattern. And again, I just open the Bitcoin chart. You can see how similar that is. And I don't think the time difference matters, that this happened here over the course of a year for Bitcoin and the S&P 500 many years ago. That happened over the period of years, several years. It doesn't really matter because it's the Elliott Waves. There are various wave patterns, you know, in which markets move, and this is one of them. So you can see how an all-time high was reached in 2000. Then the price basically crashed down into 2002, and you came down in a wave A. You then moved up in an overshooting wave B. So pretty much what Bitcoin did as well. You can see that overshooting wave B. And now the price has then crashed down very strongly, below the wave A. You can see that here. And then that's why I think we're not going to enter a year-long bear market. That is why I think we're going to see a quick recovery, and that is why I like the dollar cost average in now as well, because I think that next move up could happen very, very quickly, okay? And you saw your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is just amazing, because this indicates why I also stick to this current scenario. I mean, you can see it here. That's also the S&P 500 exactly just on trading view. And what we did back then is Bitcoin, S&P 500 from the first high there, it basically crashed down around 50%, 50%. So what did Bitcoin do from there to there? Let's just take a look. I haven't actually checked that before. It also did, 55%, very close. So what did it then do from the B to the C? Let's take a look from the S&P 500. What did it do from all the way up there? So let's go, no, other way around. I think it's particularly interesting because it just shows how markets move and that they always move in the same. So this is, that was another 60% from up there to down there, unless I made a mistake. No, 60%, pretty much, or 57, okay, from up there to down there. So let's see what Bitcoin has done now, or where do we need to get to get 60%? Wow, 27k. Isn't that exactly the level that I talked about in previous videos? So let's just see if that's going to happen. And after that, if we see, you know, I did say it yesterday in the membership group, if that's going to play out for Bitcoin as well, next year you'll see me in Dubai. Just joking. Well, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, that's a bit of hopium, and I'm really looking forward to that, all right? So if of course there's never guarantee, but haven't seen many people talk about that, and I did show you that in a few videos before. I'm not sure if everybody saw it, but I think it's highly relevant just to understand as well, because I've seen a lot of people say, right, if you make a lower low, that basically confirms the bear market. But actually, and that's always what I try to communicate here, that's the most basic pattern within the Elliott Wave method, an A, B, C, where you need to get that final sell-off to shake people out, which then will reset a lot of these indicators, and you start again, okay? And you don't need that year-long bear market. All right, Cardano, boring. Unfortunately, just moving in this triangle here still, but as you can see, we're getting very, very close to the apex, and possibly today we get a decision here. I mean, it's moving together sort of. It's not moving together with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is moving. Oh dear, I need to delete that all. Bitcoin is moving here in a slight uptrend, doesn't it? Whereas Cardano currently moves a bit sideways. But what I really want to show you is here that Bitcoin, as I mentioned, is pretty much here at a decision point, or gets very close to one, because it can't really move down a lot, can't really move up a lot without pushing quite a bit into either direction. So there will be a decision point probably today. Yeah, I would say so. That could happen today. Bear in mind, this here is the 1 hour chart, so you can see a few more hours and get a decision here. And also Cardano, there isn't much more space in this triangle. So either it pushes a bit higher and we have to, yeah, again, reorganize here that triangle a little bit, or it does finally do the breakout. I don't think that one here is very relevant. There's too much space here at the top. That's why I like here to use the candles, the closing candles, possibly like that. The thing is with these patterns that they shift, don't really like to use them like that very often, but and it also depends on the time frame you're looking at. If you look at it on the hourly, it looks different, as you can see here. So depending on if you use the wicks or not, so then you would get something like that. And from that point of view here, you would wait here. There is a decision gonna happen today, okay? So I'll keep you updated maybe in the live stream today. Bear in mind there will be a 1700 UTC live stream today for all channel members. And if you don't want to miss that, maybe consider to join as a channel member. And yeah, that is where Cardano is. Can't really say much more without really speculating, because we need to wait for the breakout here. As summary here, I think Cardano did its wave 4 already and is now also waiting for that final wave 5 sell-off that Bitcoin is doing, right? That Bitcoin that I'm expecting for Bitcoin after, however, an initial move up for Bitcoin. But with that move up, again, I don't know if it's going to happen immediately or if we see another move down. That's certainly possible. We could, to extend everything here, we could see a move down again to maybe, yeah, 35.5, and then you move up. So just because we're here in the channel, and if we break to the downside, that's in no means, or by no means, a confirmation of the wave 5 beginning already. It's too early, right? We need to see. My primary expectation would still be that we push here into the target area. All right, and yeah, hopefully you liked the update about Bitcoin and Cardano. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And as always, if you like to get a bit more content, you know, join Telegram and Discord and also a weekly live stream, maybe consider to join as a channel member. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye.